Chapter 1. Life is strange. It never goes the way you want to. It's always changing when you least expect it. The things you take for granted can be taken away in just a blink of an eye. And then, you're left standing there, confused and lost because you have literally no idea of what to do next. Everyone who was initially there to support you is now against you, even though you didn't do anything wrong. What a weird sense of humor is that, huh? When I was 15, I lost my parents in a pack war. I think I should explain a few things before I go further, just so that you won't be confused. Werewolves do exist, yes, they do exist, and so do several other mythical creatures. We werewolves tend to live in large packs, and for the most of these packs sometimes tend to have towns of our own. It doesn't mean that we hate humans or think that we are superior to them in any way, but from time to time we do have to shift in public places. If we shared a town with humans, this would create a major problem for us, and them. There are 50 all-alphas in every state. They are over the alphas of the packs in the towns and cities within that state. The all-alphas answer to the Alpha King. He resides in Europe for the most part, but he's been known to live in the States a year or two at a time. Though no pack has the ranking or omega, there is an order. The highest ranking wolf is of course the alpha. Then there's the beta and the gamma. They are the second and the third in command. These positions tend to be filled by males, but occasionally females do hold the title. After the 3 ranking wolves, we have the warriors, the guards, and the shields. The warriors are those who go with the alpha and beta when there's a war breaks out. The guards patrol and protect the borders of the pack's territory, and the shields protect the families of the ranking wolves along with other ranking wolves who visit us. The rest of the wolves are just regular pack members. But most alphas train their pack members to be warriors in case they are needed. A prime example would be a pack war. My pack was known as the Righteous Goddess. It was one of the most antient packs in the world, and one of the largest as well. My father was the beta, and I was proud to be his daughter. He trained me to become a warrior in case I wasn't chosen to inherit his place. And to make him proud of me, I trained harder and longer to achieve the title of Best Warrior of the Pack. But because I wasn't 18, and I think the Alpha wouldn't let me fight in any major battle because I hadn't shifted yet, the day my parents died, I was in the pack house basement protecting the Luna and her children. Don't get me wrong, I loved the Luna as if she was my second mom, and her children and I were just like cousins. We used to be close, but after my parents' deaths I kept to myself. I became the quiet girl in school that would get picked on, but the bullying never got out of hand. I was the best fighter in my pack, and everyone knew it. The years seemed to fly by slowly for me, but yet the day of my 18th birthday managed to surprise me. I can remember that day clear as a bell. I was living with the Alpha and his family because a new Beta had been chosen. So, he and his family were given my house. I remembered how upset I was when I found out. For 3 years I didn't speak to anyone in my pack. But I recall waking up that day not expecting anything to happen. It was a beautiful day, and as I got ready for school I found myself thinking about my mate. I prayed and hoped that he would be one of the warriors or guards. That way, I wouldn't have to be around the Alpha family as much. Every teen wolf in the pack owned a car except for me. Of course, I could have afforded one if I wanted one, but I didn't think I would need it personally. The school was only a 2-mile walk from the pack house, and with the abilities we have as a werewolf, walking to school every morning didn't seem to be a big deal for me. After a quick breakfast, I made my way to school, walking as slow as I could. But no matter how slow I walked, I was still 30 minutes early. Heading to my locker, I quickly took out the things I would need for first hour and headed to my classroom. When I slipped into the room, I noticed that only the teacher was there. But by now, all my teachers were used to me being early. Most didn't notice when I slipped in. Surprisingly, the day seemed to fly by, and before I knew it, it was lunchtime already. As I made my way to the lunchroom, a strong, sweet smell of cedar and peppermint rushed into my nostril. My wolf had spent most of the morning yapping on and on about my mate, that I was ready to meet him just so I could get a little quiet for a while. Stepping through the doors, the scent of my mate grew stronger. As I made my way through the lunch line, I couldn't help but feel a pair of eyes on me, but I didn't turn around and try to find who was watching me. Taking my tray to my usual table in the back corner, I ate slowly and watched the room from underneath my eyelashes. I knew that now, since I am 18, my mate would have been able to smell me, so I decided to stay at my table and let him come to me. The bell rang and the lunchroom cleared out fast. Every student in this school was pulling a 4.0 GPA. It was something that was expected of each and every one of us, and we didn't plan on letting others down. So deep in my thoughts I was that I didn't even notice someone had sat down beside me until he spoke. "Hello, Jessica." I knew then that the fates didn't listen to my prayers and paired me to a warrior or guard. They had paired me with someone I used to call cousin. Looking up to confirm my suspicions, my eyes lock with his. "Charles," I say softly, almost too soft to hear. I watch as his eyes turn hard and his jaw tightens. stealing my heart. I knew what was coming, and I didn't try to stop him. I, Charles Danny Brooke, future alpha of the Righteous Goddess Pack, reject you, Jessica Ellie Kent, as my mate and Luna of my pack. Gasping softly, I sit up straighter, my eyes never leaving his. And how do you? Blonde. Why? The only thing my brain could grasp. Looking at him closely, I caught a twinge of regret in his eyes before it disappeared. You do not deserve to be a Luna. My pack will need a strong Luna to help me lead, guide, and protect them. You used to be that girl Jessica, but not anymore. I feel sorry for this, but that's how it is. Nodding, I stand up from the table and stare at him. Forcing my voice out, I give him my reply. And I, Jessica Ellie Kent, hereby accept your rejection, Charles Danny Brooke, as your mate and future Luna of your pack. I turn around and walk towards the doors. A thought hits me that made me smile sadly. My wolf is made as both of us, but she understood the decision I made that day. I waited a week in silence, not showing the pain to anyone. Charles didn't tell his parents, and I knew the reason why. They would be ashamed at what he had done, and they would make him undo the rejection. The week I waited was pure torture for me. Every day I had to see him with another female werewolf, kissing and hugging in the hallways, but not once did I let it get to me. Only minutes after the graduation ceremony, I went straight to the Alpha's house and made my way to my own room. Taking a bag from my closet, I quickly packed several changes of clothes, underwear, socks, and shoes. Opening the small safe box that belonged to my father, I had a double check on what was inside. A picture of my parents on their wedding day, a picture of the three of us just days before they died, and $30,000. Locking the box again, I slip it in the bottom of my bag. Stuffing the rest of my things into a box, I slip my bag on and carry the box outside with me. I knew that I had a few hours until everyone returned back to the house, and I wanted to be gone by then. Leaving the box at a homeless shelter, I start finding my way to the borders. Alpha Brooke only ordered 4 guards for patrol today, so I knew that I wouldn't have much trouble slipping out. The closer I got to the borders, the louder my wolf whined for Charles. We were both heartbroken at the fact that our mate rejected us, but we wouldn't let that get to us. We needed to be stronger than that. The day my mate rejected me and I left the Righteous Goddess Pack, I was only 18. And as I felt the pack bond break, I knew that my parents would be disappointed in me for leaving the pack and for accepting Charles's rejection. But they weren't here to help me or guide me. Now, I am all alone,